Well, here's the corner. We ended up fixing all these boo-boos here, but I decided to put a little filler in here, seeing how it's going to be on the bottom. It won't be, it's going to be at the bottom edge. And here's those. While I did this orange thing, I did these two. That one. Let's see. Oops.
Oh,
This one.
the snake.
Oh. Snake going under the piano there. Grab him there, Emmett. You ready? You might want to throw a rag on him because he might wiggle around. Got a snake in here. Yeah, we're nice to the snakes, and they're nice to us, actually. Good thing it's not a rattler. Anyways. Oh, he's that cute little snake. Put him outside. He won't bite you. Grab him.
I don't like snakes.
Oh, I don't like him either. That might not be a garden snake.
I don't know what it is.
Black snake or something. Milk snake we had in here before, a big one, about 3 feet long. Okay, now back to this. See how rough this is? That's okay. We're gonna smoothen this out. This has been amalgamated with lacquer thinner, and it worked pretty well. I had a lot of bad fading in here, and it seemed to have removed it most. And so, see, sand it down like this. What's that? 150. Boy, oh boy. But now we can see in the light there, that shiny stuff. We'll get that out of there. But this is flat now. It's deceiving. It doesn't look that flat. But the sandpaper trail tells the truth. See, it's going to be flat now this time when I hit it. I don't think I'll need any silica this time. Maybe, yeah, see, I got a lot of cracks here still. We're gonna, yeah, I do. I'll have to mush those in with that paste. And we're gonna do it. Right now. I don't know how long it'll take, maybe an hour. But I'm gonna re-polish this, I guess. Polish. Put some polish on there. Okay. And I'll shellac the bottom here too. I started last night cleaning this up. This edge here got abraded somehow. Boo-boos. Somebody banged it up on the way somewhere. Okay, we'll fix all of this. And, we'll do the color magic on these here, the brown again. Okay. Okay, so I think it's worthwhile to show you what I'm doing here. The aggressiveness of it all. See, this is what's really lumpy yesterday. I did this last night. Okay, this is shellac and linseed oil, and there's some of it there. Blow dust in the camera. Anyway, this is wooden block, nothing else. And press hard. Come right up to the edge here, see? This way. This way. Gotta press hard and flatten everything out. Look at that. So next time I hit this with polish and silica, it's gonna look pretty good. Wear off as much as you dare, because it's to your, well, to my advantage. How's that looking? That looks pretty good. Boy, there were some pretty deep scratches in here. There, see, smoothing this out. You see the low spots here. And the amount of finish we're taking off is a huge amount. But the idea is the sand's dry. You know, you wipe that linseed oil off the night before, and it lets the air at your shellac mixture, and it cures very quickly, enough that it could be sanded off dry like this without clotting your paper the very next day. So there we have it, see? Starting to wear through here. It's okay. There's no stain in this wood, luckily, but if you did have stain in your wood, you'd have all kinds of troubles. You'd have to go at it less aggressively. There. Okay, I'm going to continue this for a minute or two, and we'll be back. Okay. I made a video of this and it got screwed up, so I lost the coverage. So anyways, there's some left here. This is how aggressive we're being with sandpaper here. 150. And we have a cloth here to wipe it off with. But it's pretty rough sandpaper. 150. But all we got to do is chew it down. Like so. Press hard. Switch the paper. There. There's only the edge touches. Keep it clear. See all these spots? We're bringing the low spots up and we're bringing the high spots down. That's what we're doing. Gotta be aggressive with them. I'm pressing very hard to flatten everything out. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm probably right in the way again. Darn it. Okay, it's over here. Sand, sand, sand. Okay, I'm going to continue this for a couple of minutes until the whole side is like this. And I'll come back. Okay, here we go, coloring this in again. A little bit. A little red, a little brown, like so. Not strong enough. But you can put a little bit in here, like so. I gotta get more concentrate on the stain here. Just take the red. There we go. It's a little too red, so let's put a little bit down here. Stop there. We'll leave that there for now. I'll get some brown. A little burnt umber right there, in with the same stain that I used. A little red, a little brown, right there. Brown is better. Okay. Now, leave that for a moment. It's got shellac in here. It's a wash coat of shellac, very thin, just to bond it to the surface. And now I'm going to take a cloth with another wash coat, a clean cloth, and just swipe it And I think I'll do these here while I'm at it. I got my mix already here. Use a little bit darker stuff to do these over here. Anyways, watch. I almost dropped it. Take a little bit like this, see, on your cloth. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to start down here and come up and just go once. That's it. There. That'll seal it in. Next time I hit it, I'll hit it with the dark lines, but right now, right there, and this one, you can put those dark lines in there. I used a Sharpie for this, but I like my Black Magic. Higgins. See, it says in here, Eternal Black Magic, and it really is. I think it's India Ink Permanent Carbon Black. Yeah, not lamp black, carbon. So, I like this old pen here because puts down a very, very small little line. And you can take this here and just cover it. Cover the finest little line with this. In fact, I use this pen to do a little grain color if I need to, because it puts down such a hair fine little line of color. Ink. And it's pretty permanent. It's very light fast. I've never had it fade on me. So, see, color that little bright spot in there. Get rid of that. If you're not so shaky as I am, you can do a better job. Right there, that little tiny strip of light colored filler. There, get rid of that. Here too. Let this dry 5 minutes or so, and we'll go over it again. Meanwhile, we can do some lining here. So we can bring this line. A little more ink. This line can bring into here. Right now. Like that. Bring that one in. Bring this one in a little bit here. Need more ink. Tip's getting dirty. You have to clean it with water. And it's not flowing anymore. That's what happens when it gets dirty. You don't want to flow. Like that. Bring these lines, a couple dark lines in there. We'll leave that sit for a minute. Oh, I can put another one in over here. This one. I'll bring that in, and this one too. We'll just wait on that. There. Leave that alone, let that dry. We'll come back. I'll put the brown and the black in here before I hit it with shellac again. And it'll look pretty darn good after that. You can do it right now. It was very dark. I just dipped my brush in the red dye stain and a little bit of perfect brown, or what do I say, burnt umber. We can come and lay down some color here. A little bit. It's no good. It's not dark enough. I need a little shot of black, I think. Oh boy. And I mean a little bit. Okay, I don't know if you can see this too good. It's black. A little bit of black is so strong. Oh, look at that. See how strong that is? I mean, I just touched the brush into that black dye stain. And we're gonna do this. If I can, ergonomically incorrect here. Okay, so actually my shakiness actually works good for this. Hope you can see this. Nice dark line right there. Over here. I want it too black or your eye will retract to the spot. It's good to roll it with your finger sometime. It disperses the stain in a way. So okay, put some over here, put some over here, get this dark over here, darken this up right there so you can't see nothing. There, hide all that. Okay, a little bit light. I'm gonna hit it with shellac now quickly. Here, put some over here like that. Color that in, this too. You gotta get these light spots soon. I don't have to get them now, but it helps there. Get them underneath my next shellacking. Yes. Get this light spot here. Might as well get rid of it. There, how's that? That looks pretty good. Yeah, looks like the piano. Looks like the factory stuff. Okay, hold on. Okay. Another little cloth. This thing. And come start down here and come right up once. That's it. This one here. Once. That'll seal the ink from the Higgins Black Magic in there. And let that harden up now. See, just one pass. If I go over it again, all my stuff was gone. All right, so we'll do the top. Okay, what do we got here? That's shellac. Pretty thick. Not a wash coat. It's what I use to lay it on pretty heavy. And what we want to do is paint this area here. You know, it's almost impossible to get shellac and your French polish up to this corner. Perfect. See, we got a hole here to fill. We'll do that later. So what we do is we take this pretty thick stuff and we dump some turpentine in here. How much? Oh, about that much. It's a pretty small amount, huh? And mix this up. With the turpentine, it's a surface tension break. And we can paint these, see? Like so. And it will make a nice varnish here. So you paint all your decorations all in between here, like this, and drag this out here like so, away from these difficult areas in between this. This will dry pretty nice and shiny, and it will melt into the finish because it's alcohol. There, see that? Don't get too carried away here. paint this, bring this over here. And we'll do this a couple times so you can build it up, and it dries really fast. And what we're going to do is this, see? Flood it in here. This will shrink down, but we have to do this. And then drag it away. I'm going to do some over here. It's kind of nice, huh? It looks good. Want to keep going. We don't need to do this right now. I'm doing this area. So, see, get some of this and come like this, drag it out away from your difficult to get next to areas, like so. And we won't have to get right up to that, right into this corner with a rag. It's almost impossible. So you have to do some brush work, see, like so. Bring it away, let that dry. We'll do it again. It's very thin. It was sanded down with really rough sandpaper, so that's going to show through our thin coat here. You can see the scratches, but just leave that sit. Let that dry, good and hard, and you can go over it again. See, it's so soft you can, it's like difficult to explain. The surface is very soft and sticky, and if you do it just right, you can actually put a nice finish right there with the turpentine in it. Without the turpentine, this is not possible. It will not dry flat. It will coagulate. Coagulate? I don't know. It will wrinkle all up on you because of the surface tension. Alcohol dries fast and underneath is not dry, and it causes it to wiggle all over the place. There, see? Now we'll come up here with the French polish, with the rag polish. And I won't have to get in between these like this. See, we can do this like that. This is nice. You can't get in here with the rag anyway, so do that with the brush a little bit there. That'll dry nice, and I can get into all these areas with the polish rag, of course. And we will momentarily. Oops, turpentine's leaking here. That's with nothing in it. Turpentine doesn't do anything. It just goes away. It does leave behind a substance. It does blend with the shellac. It's a sticky, it's a gum resin. It's gum. So, tree gums. All right. I'll get ready to do that, and then we'll come back. Okay, here we are. What's this? Shellac. See that stuff in the bottom? That's silica. Yes, it's in there. You can see it. There's a lot of it in there. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to jam it into this crack here, into here. This has a lot of little pores that are open. It looks terrible, and it's almost impossible to fill these. Now I've sanded this with a sandpaper to get this groove smooth. And what I'm going to do now is take this stuff here, this stuff, and put it on a cloth like so. Hopefully I won't drop the bottle. Like so. Shake it good. See, got a lot of it on there. I'm going to jam it right in here like so. Get some of that silica in there. In here. It's like a mud. It's not a mud, it's like a mush. Push it right in this crack. Just like so. A lot of it. Flood it. Push it right in. Right into the crack. See? Get some of this stuff on here. This is thick. Looking pretty good. You don't want any linseed oil in there, because if you get linseed oil in there, the shellac won't stick too good into the crack here. This is important. Let's continue with this See? Flood it. Wipe it into the crack. And we'll come back and smoothen it out. Put a lot, see? Stick there. Squeeze it right into your crack. Here. Let's see. It'll smoothen this stubborn spot. It's a nightmare. This. It's working pretty good. Keep that stuff right in that spot. Pretty good. Keep going. The silica in the shellac allows this to happen. It changes the properties of it. It gets, I don't know, I can't describe it. You have to do it. It gets slimy. And you can push it right in the crack. See? Just like so. It's getting heavy now. Push it right in there. Tough time. So it isn't sticking because it's got silica in it. If I didn't have silica in it, this rag would jam right into there and that'd be done. There we go. Okay, now I'll start polishing the whole surface with the linseed oil. Some gloves. Okay, let me show you what that did. See the corner here? This one. That was, whoops, that was very porous just a few moments ago. In here. Now you take that silica and make a paste of it. And I pushed it into the crack. Into these bubbles and problematic area that is a nightmare for anybody doing finishing. It's really a problem until I ran into this. See? Now I'm going to do the whole surface here. This has been sanded flat as can be. And I'm going to do some shellacking on here. What do we got here? Titty, all natural shellac. No, that's what I eat every day. But this is undiluted, thick stuff. And I filled this up with shellac flakes, covered them with alcohol, and this is what you get. This here, that's a little thin for doing what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some of this thick stuff in here. Oh, about that much. Maybe a little more. We're going to really be pouring it on today. Because this is another repair coat. However, this is it's the second one. Yeah, I did one, sanded it, and did two. This is the second time. Pretty sure. I don't remember. But what we're going to do is, see. Again, there's some in here, but not enough. I'm going to put another spoonful of this stuff you don't want to sniff. It looks like you might want to. Anyways, here's our cloth. Here's our big deal here. We're gonna shake this up. Just like a mixed drink. Shake it up. See? Okay, now, over here. I need a bottle of oil. Wherever it is. Okay, I guess I can start down here. And I'll get on the other side. Again, linseed oil. put some on here like that. Get all the way up. Get this all charged up like that. And we're gonna come down right on top of it, like so. Pressing pretty hard. Not as hard as I do sometimes. Okay, we'll come up here. A little bit up here, let that dry a little bit. And everywhere, that's okay. That's good up to be. Put some more linseed oil in. Always wiggle it like that. If you don't, you end up with streaks that are impossible to get out. Like a little bee wiggle back and forth, back and forth. You got a nice coat on there. Turn this over. This cloth is only good until it's saturated, and it's getting close to that because I used it before. Second time. Okay, charge it up. Squeegee it off. Okay, we'll come up here. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Polish, polish, polish. Even get some over here, this here, polish this. Some up here, we don't want to forget this spot. There we go. Once it starts to polish, you can go very fast. I can really pour it on. See, it's drying down the other end right now, which is a good thing about doing a big piece, is you can let the other end dry while you're at this end. See, we got enough on here right now. Let that solidify over here too. Pressing pretty hard too. Trying to drive it into the voids that are in the surface. Squish it in at this point in time. You don't have to later on, but right now we're trying to get that finished down into these grooves, into the surface here, right there. Go like this. See my fingernail? Drive your finger right into that crack right there. Back and forth. Because we want to fill up that crack. That's here. Okay, let's put down here. What do we got down here? Turn the cloth over. See, this is all drying on here now. See? But I'm gonna hit it again. The cloth is almost done for. I need another rag. It gets saturated. It will not flow. You're wasting your time. We ain't got much time left to waste. Well, here's my board here. Instead of hitting it on your hand, that works good. You can hit it harder too. Okay, now go easy and try to build up some finish on here quickly. Boy, there's a lot of material. We'll just let it get hard enough. Come up here. wiggle it back and forth as you go. Like that, wavy, wavy. Don't set a straight pattern there, so when your cloth goes back over it, goes against all them waves and smashes them down flat, see? Shiny. Over here. Okay, back to this area. I have to change cloths, I can tell. It doesn't work well. In fact, it doesn't work at all if your rag is saturated with alcohol and oil. It just seems to just smear everything around. You don't build up anything. I don't know. Can't explain it exactly why, but it just seems too greasy. The cloth isn't absorbing the oil anymore. It's just moving it around. So we'll get rid of that. And we'll come back. I've got another cloth. We'll wash these. But I'll be back. Coming along. This is the aftermath of application. Smoothing it out, filling it up. It's kind of oily right now. You can see it on here. So I'm going to wash it down with just plain water and a rag to get this oil off of here. Because the shellac won't dry very fast. In fact, it doesn't dry very good at all. It'll clog your paper if you don't get this off of here. But just get some clean water and a cloth. Let this harden up now. We got quite a bit of progress on this beat up old case here. And this is where we blended it in here. See, right up to the molding or whatever you want to call that. It's almost impossible to get in here with a French polish rag. So this is our fill coat here. So next time I'm going to take a small block of wood in between here and sand this out, see? And then we'll do the same thing. And it'll be better. And out front here, this is our front shaping up. Do a little more on that right now. And blend it in. Okay, that's it. Continue. And we'll see.